Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. But today I am so excited to share this video with you guys. It is almost the new year. Today is the last day of the year, and so I needed to do an update on my use it or lose it items for 2015, and then I pulled some items for my use it or lose it for 2016, and I'm going to be sharing all of that with you guys today. So if you haven't watched my original use it or lose it for 2015 video, I will link it above for you guys so you can go back and watch that. But if you're not familiar, essentially what I've been doing, this was the first year that I did this kind of use it or lose it product poll type thing. So what it is going through your collection and kind of pulling out either the older items that just need to be used up or thrown away, or things that are almost gone that you want to use up and get out of your collection. So it's basically kind of like what I do with my everyday makeup drawer, except these products are going to stay in this drawer for the whole year, and then at the end of the year, whatever is left, I have to kind of decide what to do with. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be showing you what is left of the items I pulled for 2015, which is not very much, but I'm just going to go through the list. I wrote them all down, so I'm going to go through the list of the things that I've already used up and talk about those first. So the first thing that I already used up was the Victoria's Secret body spray. There was two of them actually, one in Enchanted Nights and one in Vanilla Lace. Both of those were used up and have gone away. Also, there was a fragrance from Harvey Prince, Hello. I got another one now in a BoxyCharm, so I actually received it twice, but the first one I already used up and that one is gone. I also had a Murad primer, which I used up. Okay, the next thing, I'm just going in order of how I showed them to you in my original video. So the next thing, I actually do have some left. This is the Victoria's Secret Airbrush FX Illuminating Primer. It has been stored on its side, so you can see most of the product is on this side here. Let me see if I can get it to go down. There's probably about a quarter of this product left. I've been using this a ton over the last couple months, just trying to use it up, and I really like the way it goes on. It kind of smells like cheap makeup, that has that kind of cheap makeup smell, so the smell is not that great. But I like the way it goes on, and it does leave a nice luminous finish. However, this is really getting old now, and also on top of that, it's starting to make my makeup separate throughout the day. So the first half of the day I love the way it works, but then by the second half of the day my makeup started looking patchy, especially around my nose. So it's not my favorite primer anymore, and I did use like 3/4 of this, so I'm pretty happy with what I was able to use up out of this. So this one is going to be going in the garbage now. Okay, and then the next thing I had was a Lorac foundation, which I actually finished that one up pretty early on in 2015. There was a Neutrogena foundation, which I did not end up using that up, but I did give it away to a family member because it just wasn't the right shade for me. I also had a MAC Prep and Prime. I used that one up as well. And a Too Faced concealer, which I did end up throwing away as well. I did not like that one. I had a large Starlooks powder, which I did give away as well. It was another one that just did not work for me, so I gave that one away. A Hoola bronzer from Benefit, which was used up already. I had two of these CoverGirl eyebrow pencils. The first one, I actually used it up to the point where I couldn't sharpen it anymore, so that one is gone. This one, I only have that much left, and it was, you know, probably out to here. So I used a lot of this, but it just doesn't work as good for me as it used to, and this pencil is older now, and I lost the cap, so I'm going to go ahead and just throw this one away. I did get a lot of use out of it, so I feel good about that one. I also had this cream liner from e.l.f. Now, I don't use cream liners as much as I should, but I did use this up pretty good. I don't know if you're going to be able to really tell from on camera. These black liners, it's really hard to see what's left in there, but I'll see if I can get the camera to focus and show you guys. It's pretty well gone. I mean, there is some product left at the bottom, but it's starting to get kind of hard now, and I actually used probably 90% of this pot. So there is a little bit left, but I used most of it, so I am going to go ahead and throw this one away as well. Okay, I also had an Elizabeth Mott liner, which I already got rid of. And then a Lorac Tantalizer bronzer. So that was this one here. It's like a powder form. This is actually a little mini. It's a baked bronzer. This is what it looks like. It was domed. I don't know if you guys are going to see that very well, but it was domed, a domed product that went all the way to the top. So I have worn this down pretty dang good. I'm pretty happy with that. And this powder is probably 5 years old. So this is old. It needs to be thrown away now. I got a lot of use out of it this year. I used it as an eyeshadow and a blush, and it got a lot of use. So I'm going to go ahead and let that one go into the garbage as well. The next thing I have in here is a pigment from MAC. Now this is a little mini pigment that came in a holiday gift set, and this is in the color chocolate brown. I used this quite a bit, but you cannot tell because these things, you need the smallest amount for these. So I'm going to go ahead and hang on to this and roll this over to my Use It or Lose It in 2016. I don't feel like it's too old that I can't continue to use it, and it is a loose pigment, so the shelf life on these are pretty long. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to use this one for the next time around. That's going to be added. Okay, I also have a Lorac eyeshadow in Enlighten, and that one I actually threw away. It got broken in the pan, and there wasn't much left anyways, but what was left got broke, and I wasn't able to repress it, so I went ahead and just threw that one away. Then I have two of these cream shadows from Maybelline, and I used these each probably only a handful of times, but I really don't like them. They made my shadows crease. They didn't wear very long. They're not the best quality for a cream shadow, so I'm ready to just go ahead and throw these away, and they are getting older as well. For cream products, they just don't have as long of a shelf life, and I think these are about a couple years old now, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw those guys away as well. Same thing with this Revlon cream shadow. This one I actually used the white one almost all the way, and then again, the other shades, they just didn't wear that great for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw that one away as well. Next up, I have my Stila eyeshadow palette. This is the Pro Artist palette number 1. So this one was already pretty used up before I pulled it into my Use It or Lose It. As you can see, I used up the shade Kitten all the way. I've hit pan on 3 of the shadows. And I did use some of these neutral shades a few times this year, but not too much, and this palette is very old now. This is about 5 years old. I feel like I've used 50% of this palette, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this one away as well. Okay, so next up I have a little mini Kevyn Aucoin palette. So this one has just 5 shades in it. One of the shadows in here actually broke, and I lost that shadow, but I've been using these other shadows. I really like the pigmentation on these and everything. The only thing is these colors don't go that great together, so I have to use it with something else, and it's just older now. So this needs to go. It's probably 5 or 6 years old. You know, when I do these, when I pulled all these items, I pulled the oldest things in my collection. So a lot of these, it was just time for them to go anyways, and I wanted to use them a few more times. I feel like I got enough use out of this that I'm okay with going ahead and throwing that one away as well. Okay, I just have a few things left on here. So next I have my Lush Bubblegum Sugar Scrub. This I wanted to use up because it's, I wasn't using it as much as I needed to, and it's a fresh product, so I didn't want it to go bad on me. This stuff lasts forever, you guys. I've been using this like crazy. I don't know if you can tell, but it's about half gone now. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this in my Use It or Lose It, but I really wanna try to use it up the first half of 2016 because I don't want it getting too old. So I'm gonna keep this in there just for a little bit longer and roll this over. Next I had a L'Oreal lipstick in Pucker Up Pink. That one went, I already used up and got rid of, and same thing with my Revlon lip butter in Peach. That one I also got rid of as well. So the next thing is a Mally lip gloss, and this is in the shade Starburst. So I used this quite a bit the beginning of the year and through the summer, but once we hit fall I kind of stopped using it because it's kind of like a really peachy nude color. So I want to go ahead and roll this over. This is actually not that old. This was brand new when I put it in my Use It or Lose It, but it was something I thought I could use up in 2016, but I just didn't end up doing it. So I'm going to roll this over, but because it is a cream product, I do need to use it up, so I will go ahead and try to use that before the summer is out of 2016. So yes, this is going to roll over as well. Okay, and then the last item was actually something that wasn't in my original video because I added this like in the middle of the year, and this is the Maybelline Smoked Eye Kohl Liner. So it's in a shade called Raisin. It's a really beautiful kind of a plummy color. I'll give you guys a swatch of that. This is what it looks like. And so since I only had this in there for half the year, and this is a really large pencil, I used this a ton, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and roll this over too. So I don't feel too bad. I'm only rolling over 4 items from 2015. I'll show you guys once more. These are just the 4 items that I'll be rolling over. And now I'm going to show you guys the products that I pulled for my next use it or lose it. So in no particular order, because I just threw everything in a giant bag here, I'm just gonna start pulling things out and showing you guys. The first thing is actually a palette that is getting older and it really needs to be, I don't think I'll be able to use it up, but it needs to get some love. This is the Lorac Box Office Hits palette, and it has a lot of different products in here. So this side is all lip products, which I probably won't use those. I don't like using lip products in potted form, but these eyeshadows here are absolutely gorgeous. There's 12 shadows in here and then 2 blushes, and I would like to go ahead and try to use up this as much as I possibly can. I'd really like to at least hit pan on 1 product, so that's kind of my goal, but by the end of 2016 I actually need to just throw this away if it's not used up, because it is getting old. It's definitely on its last leg. So that one will be in my use it or lose it for 2016. Another palette, I'm so sad to have to do this, but this is about 5 years old as well, and I really just need to get through some of these. This is my Coastal Scents 10 Pan Blush Palette. This is the original one. I think they have like 3 now, but this is the original one, and the pigmentation and the colors and everything in this is so beautiful. I really love this palette, and it's so affordable. So if you're looking for affordable blush, I highly recommend this, but mine is old, so I need to use it up. So I will be adding this to my use it or lose it for 2016 as well. As long as we're talking about palettes, I have one more for my use it or lose it, and that is my NYX For Your Eyes Only Smoky palette. This is another palette that's getting very old and needs to be used up. So this one has had quite a bit of use already. There's like 3 of them that are close to hitting pan on, so I definitely think I can get through a lot of this palette this year as well. Next, I have some face products to talk about. This one is from Stila. This is the Stila Set and Illuminate Baked Powder Trio. This is just another one. It's getting older. It's probably 4 years old, and I really like to get through some of this. I've hardly used it. These highlighters, it's so hard to use these completely up, and there was a lot of powder in here, so I want to try to make sure that I use this more. So I wanted this in my use it or lose it so that I can see it every day as like a visual reminder to start using it more. Also for face products, I have this Listia blush. Now, I believe this is a, I don't think that this is a authentic Listia blush from Benefit, but I still like it. I got this on Listia, and I still like this powder a lot, but I need to go ahead and use this up and get it out of my collection. So I'm going to be putting this in there as well. Also, I pulled out this mini of the Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer. So this is just a mini size, and I have this also in a palette with a blush and a highlighter. So I wanted to get through this mini size so that I don't have 2 of the same product in my collection. So that is why I pulled this one, but I really like this bronzer a lot. And then I also grabbed this bronzer from CoverGirl. This is a cream bronzer, and it's in the True Magic Sun Kisser bronzer. This is what it looks like, and I really just wanted to get through this because it's just a little mini, and I feel like it's something that I could use up very easily. I really like the texture on it. It's very smooth, so I'll go ahead and try to use that guy up this year. Also, I have this Too Faced powder. So this is the Amazing Face powder in Perfect Nude. This one I've already hit pan on, so this one I feel pretty confident that I can get through this year. So I wanted to pull that one out so I can get this one out of my collection as well. I also have pulled just one of my foundations to use up. This is my Revlon Photo Ready in the shade Vanilla. So this one is basically full, and I already have a backup of it. So I really need to get through one of these this year at least. Hopefully I'll get through both of them, but I really want to put this in my everyday or my use it or lose it box so that I can try to get through this one this year, because that one needs to go as well. I grabbed a couple concealers. This one is from Physicians Formula. This one is probably about almost 2 years old, and for a cream product, I mean, that's really getting on its last leg. So I wanted to pull this out again so that I can get through it. I know I keep saying that, but that's the whole point of doing this. So yeah, that one I want to use up this year, and then also this L'Oreal True Match, same thing, just probably about the same age on this one. This one I think is actually closer to a year old, but yeah, that one I would like to use up as well. These ones in the pen form I just don't reach for as often, so that's why I want to put them in here so I have that visual reminder to use them up. I also grabbed this Smashbox Photo Op Under Eye Brightener. This is just a little mini one, and I got this, oh gosh, I've had this probably almost 2 years, so I really need to use this up. I don't think there's much left in here, maybe 1 or 2 uses, so that will be really easy to get out of there. And then I have my Benefit Watts Up. Now this was a birthday gift that I got a while ago, and it's for a birthday gift. I mean, you get a lot in there for a little mini on this, and a little bit goes a long way. So even though I've used this a lot, I feel like it doesn't look like I have. So I wanted to put this in there just so that I could use it more and hopefully get through this one this year. I have a few more eye products to talk about. This is the Milani Eye Tech liquid liner. So this one I actually still haven't opened, but I've had it for about 6 months. So I wanted to put this in there because, again, it's a cream product, so I need to use it. It's liquid. So I want to put this in there just so that I can remember to use it and get that one out as well. Then I also have another liner. This is a mini liner from Makeup Forever. This was a birthday gift. I don't remember what year this was from, but this one is just a mini, so I thought that would be easy to go ahead and use up. I have so many black liners in my collection. I'd like to get some out of there, and since this one's a little bit older and small, I thought I could get that one done. Also, I grabbed a gel liner. This one is from Starlooks. This one I have had for some time, and I need to use it up before it dries out, so grabbed that. I pulled out 2 of my Maybelline Color Tattoos. Both of these I've had about a year, and these dry out so fast. These 2 haven't yet, but I know they're not going to last much longer on me, so I went ahead and pulled both of those. I grabbed the shade Bad to the Bronze, and then I also grabbed the shade Too Cool, which is like a really nice, just white base. Okay, so I grabbed those. I have 2 kind of loose pigment type of shadows. This one is from L'Oreal. This is the L'Oreal Hip High Intensity Pigment in Tenacious, and this I've just had a long time, and I need to use it up. It's a gorgeous color. It's kind of like a golden bronzy color, but it's so pretty, and that I need to use up. I swatched it right there. And then I also grabbed this e.l.f. one. This is the e.l.f. Mineral Shadow in Golden. And this color, again, it's just a really beautiful gold shadow, but I never reach for these. I kind of forget that I have them, but they're really beautiful, and I just need to get it pulled out so that I can use it more. And then the last kind of face product that I forgot to mention is this convertible color from Stila in Peony. So this one, again, it's a cream based. I need to use this up or get rid of it, pass it along if I'm not going to use it, so I pulled that one out as well. I did want to mention real quick, I didn't pull any mascaras because mascara is something that I try to use up within a 3-month period anyway, so anything that I have open is going to need to be used up. So I didn't really pull anything from that category. I did pull a few nail polishes, so I'll talk about those first. All 3 of these are just on the older side for my collection, so they're ones that I need to use or get rid of. This one is from Zoya, and it's like a really pretty purple sparkly color in the shade Roxy. I also grabbed the Sinful Colors one. This is a beautiful kind of a mauve-y rosy toned color. This is called Over Easy. And then the Sally Hansen one, this is the Complete Manicure from Sally Hansen, and the shade is called Pedal to the Metal. And it's just like a really nice silvery gray. Last up, I have a ton of lip products, so I'm just gonna go through these as quickly as I can so this video is not an hour long. The first one is a Burt's Bees chapstick. So these are my all-time favorite lip balms, and I have way too many of them, and I have like 5 or 6 that are opened. So I need to get through at least one of these completely this year, so I'm gonna put this in my use it or lose it for that purpose. And then I also grabbed this Korres Korres Pomegranate Lip Butter. So this is like a tinted lip balm in a pot. I always forget to use this, so I just wanted to put this in there so I can use it more this year. But again, these creams, I can't hold on to them forever, so I need to use some of these up. I grabbed 2 Buxom mini lip glosses. These were from the holiday set like a year ago. Not this year, but last year. So this one I need to use a couple of these up. I got the shade Emma and White Russian. Both of these are about half full, and they're minis, so I feel like I could get through these for sure this year. Talking about lip glosses, I also have this NARS lip gloss. It's another mini size. This is in Turkish Delight. This is probably 2 years old, so I really do want to get through some of this. I feel like I've hardly used it. I like the color, I just forget I have it, so this is one I'd like to pull out and use up. I also have this mini hourglass one. This is pretty new. It's in the shade Child. I've only had it maybe a month or two, but it's so small, I feel like I can get through that pretty quickly. I have this liquid lipstick from Revlon, and this is in the shade Premier Plum. I really like these liquid lipsticks. This one's kind of a glittery shade, so it's not my favorite shade, but I wanted to pull that in there to see if I could use it more often. Otherwise, this is one I'm gonna have to probably let go of. And then I also have this lip tar from OCC. This is in the shade Lydia. This is not too old from my collection, but I feel like it sat in the store for a while because it's starting to separate. I feel like these separate so quickly and easily. So this one I wanted to put in there so I can use it, and hopefully use it up before it goes bad on me. I also grabbed this conditioning plumping balm. This I got from the Dollar Tree. I don't know what the brand is, but I haven't even tried it yet, so I wanted to put this in there so I could remember to use it, because if I'm not going to be using it, I need to get rid of it. I also grabbed one of these LA Girl lip glazes, and this is in the shade Nude. This is in the shade Nude, so I have a ton of these and I'd like to get through at least one this year, and this shade I felt like was one that I would reach for frequently, so that's why I grabbed this one. I also grabbed just one lip liner. This one is from Makeup Forever in this shade 3C. It's a really good kind of a darker nude, but I don't have that much left on it, so I thought I could easily get through this year. There's a lot of products, you guys. I hope I can do this. And then I also grabbed this little Tarte mini in the shade Elite. Again, it's so tiny, I feel like I could get through that. That's not that much product, so I wanted to pull that one out of there. Another mini lipstick. This is from Makeup Forever. This was the other half of that birthday gift, but I've only used it once or twice, and this is in the shade 6N, so I want to grab that and see if I can use that guy up. I also grabbed this Revlon lip butter in the shade Cotton Candy because it's one that I've used quite a bit of. That's all that I have left, so I feel like I could easily get through that, especially in the spring. This is one of my favorite spring lip colors. Okay, I also grabbed, this is the last thing here, I grabbed one of my MAC lipsticks. I wanted to pull out my oldest one. This one I've had probably 2 years now, and it is my oldest MAC lipstick. Yeah, it's about 2 years. I got this right after I started my channel, so I'd like to get through this. I've used quite a bit of it, so I feel like that wouldn't be too challenging to get through this year, and I really want to use it up so I can get it out of my collection. Okay, I feel like I've been talking a mile a minute. I know that was a ton of stuff, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this Use It or Lose It. My plan is that I will give you guys an update probably around the 6-month mark to let you know how I'm doing on these. But some of the things that are almost gone you might see popping up in some of my empties videos, hopefully very soon. And if you guys enjoyed watching this, remember to give this video a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, leave them below and I will be happy to answer those for you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.